Redditors who have dated celebrities, how would it go? Story 1. I dated an actor who played the lead in an Oscar-nominated movie. He was charming at first but turned out to be the most self-centered and insecure person I've known. He needed constant attention and praise. He would call me at least 5 times a day to talk about himself. He constantly wanted me to confirm his dick was huge, it wasn't, complained about not having a prettier face, tore himself down as an actor but got angry if I didn't contradict him, etc. etc. Utterly draining, like an energy vampire or something. I called it quits after 1 month. Story 2. D-lister and most insecure and narcissistic person I know. I really did care about him, but I couldn't handle the lack of accountability and them always having to be right or the center of attention. Too much. I will stick to my non-celebs. Story 3. I sat next to Natalie Portman on a plane once. We talked all about designer handbags, and then were there for each other through some bad turbulence. She was already taken, and I'm gay, but it was still a relationship I'll never forget. Story 4. She was famous in another country. We met when she was visiting friends in my country. I met her at a group outing and didn't know who she was. I asked her out and she said yes because she thought I was funny. I didn't clue in that she was famous until our 3rd date, and only because, on a few occasions, expats from her country recognized her out in public. She was really hesitant to explain, but when she finally did, I was just like, oh, that's cool. I didn't make a big deal out of it, which in retrospect I think preserved our relationship. I've never showed her off as my celebrity girlfriend because, well, I'm not a fan. I think if I did, that would have been a deal breaker. She has a weird relationship with fame. She didn't enjoy being famous at all. To her, fame was the price she had to pay to do the thing that she loved and was really good at. When we were together in my country, we could be more normal, occasionally being approached by fans notwithstanding. The couple times I visited her in her country, we spent most of our time in the hotel or in places where her privacy could be guaranteed. Eventually, she just quietly withdrew from the public eye and moved to my country. We've been married 7 years now, and I'm constantly on the lookout for signs that mommy's talents got passed on to either or both of our kids. Story 5. I dated, and am still close friends with, a retired model. In his early career, he was a model for ANF, was on the bags, huge posters in the stores, the whole early 2000s shebang. He's real nice to look at, especially now in his 30s. He's such a lamb, the sweetest man on the planet, thinks the best of others, genuinely kind-hearted, and he is completely ignorant to being fawned over. He just thinks all people are really nice. He gets hit on left and right and doesn't even clock it. My theory is that he's one of those rare people who has been attractive since birth, so he doesn't even realize he's playing on God mode instead of hard mode like the rest of us. We didn't make it as partners long-term because massaging his ego is a full-time job. He's cripplingly insecure, needs a constant cheerleader to amp him up and compliment his appearance, workout, etc. As his bestie, an occasional FWB when we are in the same city, I can bust his balls and tell him about himself in a way he would never be able to handle from a romantic partner. Far superior, I'd say. Story 6. R.J. Mitt, Walt Jr. from Breaking Bad, hit on my daughter at a poker tournament and bought her a drink. She had to gently tell him she was waiting for her hubby who was in the tournament. She said he was super nice and laid back. Story 7. Courtney Love flirted with me at a bar in Indianapolis in 1995. The following pathetic story is as close as I can come to relevantly participating in this thread. It was late night after her concert, Hole, at a nearby arena. She stared daggers at me when I walked in, like I thought she somehow hated me. It was a little odd, but she was a little drunk. So whatever. She walked up to me at the bar with a couple of very large guys who I assume were security. She loudly ordered me a drink, and made a big deal of standing very close to me and touching my shoulder and chest repeatedly. I kind of fumbled through the conversation as the experience was pretty jarring overall. At some point she told me that I reminded her of the character Linus from Charlie Brown. I dunno what that meant, but eventually I kind of weaseled my way to the bathroom and then just left. This was at the now defunct The Patio nightclub in Broad Ripple. Courtney Love was a lot more attractive than you'd think in real life, and also a lot shorter than she looks like on TV. Not really short, but she definitely did not look 5 feet 9 inches like Google says she is. Story 8. About 8 years ago, I met Corey Feldman at a Comic-Con. He proceeded to ask me out. I respectfully declined. Then he tried to get me to go to a haunted house with him. I'm much younger than he is, haha. My parents say I could have been with a D-list celebrity every time we watch a movie he was in. Story 9. I met Hugh Jackman on the streets of New York, drinking a Pilsner out of a paper bag and eating a slice of pizza. I was on my way to see the Violent Femmes at Roseland Ballroom. I totally asked him to come with me. He said no, but I took it as a win. It's not every day you get to ask out Hugh Jackman. Story 10. I dated a Hollywood actor. He took me to a Hollywood party, where all the other celebrities were. He left with a Hollywood actress. I met enough celebrities that night not to care, although I do like to say they all got to meet me, did get invited to more Hollywood parties and was blown away that it was all the same people at every single party. Please, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to notifications for new incredible stories from Reddit.